You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we have been trying to eradicate males in female sports. They should not be there. Everyone knows this, folks, except the Democrat Party politicians. We all know that President Trump signed that executive order, folks, and I knew that there would actually be some blowback and pushback from Democrats because the Democrats actually want to die on this hill of having males in female sports when their own constituents, Democrats, don't even want this to happen, guys. This is an 80-20 issue, 90-10 issue. A lot of Democrats don't believe that males should be in female sports. But when it comes to Democrats, folks, it's astonishing. They're not voting in the best interests of their constituents on these bills. Maybe it's just pure Trump derangement. I don't know, man. I have no idea. But we know in the House in January, guys, every single Democrat voted against keeping males out of female sports. All but two. And both of those Democrats, Vicente Gonzalez and Henry Cuellar, from right out here in Texas, two Texas Democrats were the only ones that voted to actually ban males from female sports. Well, yesterday, the Senate, they had their own bill, guys. Actually, the bill was actually sponsored by Coach Tommy Tuberville, who is now in the Senate. And it got even worse, guys, because not one single Democrat, not one, voted to ban men from women's sports. Not one. Now, some people were probably thinking that maybe John Fetterman could be the one to actually vote with the Republicans on this, but no. And actually, guys, they needed quite a few Democrats to get on board. They needed 9 Democrats to get on board because I believe it was only 51 voting Republicans that voted for this. So it was a 51-45 vote. It did not pass the filibuster. They needed 60 votes, and 9 Democrats couldn't get on board, guys. None of them did. I mean, my goodness, we even got Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins, 2 rhino left-wing Republicans, even voted to ban men from women's sports. Astonishing. Let's get into it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, support us by becoming a channel member. Member live stream is every single Friday. We appreciate the support. Check the links in the description. So here we go. Right over here, guys, on Outkick. Not one Democrat senator voted to protect women's sports from males. The Democrats, man, have said loud and clear they want the trans invasion in women's sports to continue, even though President Trump said no via executive order. We're not going to be doing that. They can't even get on board with this. Look here. It says here on January 14th, the Republican majority House of Representatives passed the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act by a 218-206 margin, with all Republican voting yay and all but 2 Democrats voting nay. Republican Greg Staub sponsored the House bill, and there was a similar bill in the Senate sponsored by Tommy Tuberville. Unfortunately, Tuberville's common sense bill failed to pass the Senate on Monday because Republicans needed multiple Democrats to vote in favor. Now, I believe also one of the reasons why it was only 51 Republicans, because I don't believe J.D. Vance's seat has been filled yet, and also Marco Rubio's as well. So that's the reason why it was 51 Republicans. But still, even if it was 53 Republicans, it still needed 7 Democrats to pass. So the Democrats filibustered this, and this is absolutely insane. Not one single Democrat wanted to keep men out of women's sports. This is crazy. Now, Riley Gaines put this out. Name and shame them all. Specifically, I want to highlight Georgia Democrat Senator Jon Ossoff. You have a daughter. Have you no shame? Georgians are watching, and I will make it my mission to do what I can to remove you from your seat in 2026. Yes, this man's up for election. And guess who may actually run against him? The current governor, Brian Kemp. Now, I'm not a fan of Brian Kemp, but I truly do believe, man, he would be light years better than this Democrat right here. And I believe that Brian Kemp would actually beat him because in Georgia, man, Brian Kemp is pretty popular in Georgia. So I believe Ossoff, he's probably done in the Senate now. He's probably going to be done, especially if he actually runs against Brian Kemp. He's done. But look here, this is the list of all 45 of these Democrats here. This is absolutely crazy. Mark Kelly, Arizona, Tim Kaine, he was Hillary's running mate, voted against it. I mean, just crazy, man. Ruben Gallego, a state that Trump won, Arizona. He is the new senator. He voted against it. John Fetterman, we'll get to him in a minute, folks, because he made a post and he is getting absolutely destroyed and ratioed on his post. I mean, absolutely crazy that not one Democrat, I know they needed 9 Democrats to get on board with this, but not one said, now we can't have men and women's sports. Not one. And definitely some of these people have daughters. Absolutely crazy, man. Now, John Fetterman over here, guys. This is what he put out here. And he is getting destroyed on this thing. He puts the small handful of trans athletes in Pennsylvania in a political maelstrom deserve an ally, and I am one. Depersonalizes they, them in a political ad, but are just school children. Empty show votes or cruelty on social media aren't part of a thoughtful, dignified solution. Wow. He only got 4,000 likes on this post to 11,000 comments. He's getting absolutely destroyed on this, folks. And as people talking about maybe Fetterman may end up running for president in 2028, all they need to do is show this post right here, man. This post right here will get you destroyed. Now, he brings up that they, them ad. That's because President Trump ran an ad and Kamala Harris's own words says she wanted taxpayer-funded sex changes for illegals. And in the ad, it said President Trump is for you. Well, Kamala Harris is for they, them. President Trump is for you. Newsflash, guys, we didn't start this they, them thing. That's the pronouns the left started right there. They died on that hill. And now Democrats want to do the same thing here, folks. Yeah. And in wokeness right here says, this is the most moderate one. Yeah. Fetterman is probably the most moderate Democrat they got. And this man is still a leftist. Yeah. Not even liberal, man. This man is a leftist on this issue. Maybe they actually punched him and put him in his place, say, hey, you're going to vote no on this? Because I'm willing to bet, guys, if he actually voted with the Republicans on this, Democrats probably would have destroyed him. But it's clear, man, the Democrats definitely don't want to win another election again. They want men and women's sports. They want women to lose. It's just that simple, man. This is what happens when they actually vote like this, folks. Why do you think you're seeing these other states also define President Trump's executive order? They want the trans invasion to continue. They want women to get beat because they want to say, hey, look at how inclusive we are. We're letting males identify as women and destroy women in their sports. Now, Fetterman talks about only a handful. Nah, obviously, John Fetterman has not been watching our videos over here, guys, because it is way more than a handful. This thing has been happening and it's been growing for years now, folks. 10 years ago, I would have said, nah, you crazy, man. That wouldn't have been men and women's sports. But now, it's a completely different animal now, guys. They're coming and they're coming everywhere. and President Trump is actually trying to stop the invasion of women's sports. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.